Okay, so you're hitting the gym 5 days a week. You are diligently tracking your macros, hitting those, high protein targets, let's say 120 grams a day.
A pretty solid number.
Right. But you're looking in the mirror and you're just wondering, why am I not building the muscle I think I should be, especially as you get older?
Hmm.
Well, we have an answer that might surprise you. The number one thing you need might, shockingly, not be more protein.
Exactly. What the latest research is suggesting and what we found digging through these materials is that the real choke point for seniors battling sarcopenia, that's age-related muscle loss, it isn't protein. It's a strategic mineral.
Magnesium.
It's magnesium. Without enough of it, and the right kind of it, your muscles can't even begin to effectively use all that protein you're so carefully consuming.
All right, let's unpack this right away. We all hear about, pop a magnesium supplement before bed. It helps us sleep, maybe eases leg cramps.
Sure, the common advice.
But our source material is making a really strong claim here that most of those supplements are actually failing people who are trying to build functional muscle strength. What's going on with the pill format?
It boils down to two really critical flaws, especially from a muscle building perspective. First, supplements almost always isolate the magnesium.
Meaning it's on its own.
Right. They don't have the necessary cofactors, those other vitamins and minerals that you find in natural food, which are absolutely critical for sort of guiding the magnesium to the muscle cell and making sure it can do its job.
So it's like we're sending in the star player with no supporting cast.
Precisely. And the second flaw is just dosage. The amount of magnesium a senior really focused on combating muscle atrophy needs is high. We're talking 300 to 400 milligrams a day just for muscle synthesis and recovery.
And the pills don't have that.
Most over-the-counter supplements have way less. And what they do contain is often not very bioavailable, meaning your body can't even absorb it properly.
Okay, so that's why our mission today is to give you a shortcut, to just bypass that whole supplement problem.
Yes.
This deep dive has identified 3 really strategic natural food sources that can deliver up to 10 times more absorbable magnesium. And we're going to tell you exactly how to combine them and, crucially, what 2 common foods you have to avoid.
Because they actively sabotage all your progress.
Exactly.
Let's start with the basic mechanism. I mean, why is magnesium so vital, especially for an aging body? And the really fascinating insight here is it's about muscle recovery, not just muscle contraction.
Okay.
As we get older, our muscles, they naturally want to stay tight. They lose that ability to properly release and relax after any kind of exertion, whether it's, lifting weights or just walking up a flight of stairs.
So the problem isn't just about starting the muscle action, it's about ending it.
That's it, exactly. I mean, think of a senior's muscle without enough magnesium. After you use it, that muscle can't fully release the tension, it just stays partially contracted.
Like a fist that won't fully open.
Perfect analogy. And when your muscle is stuck in that tense state, recovery just stops. Blood flow can't get in with fresh nutrients, including that protein you just ate, and the whole muscle building process, which happens during recovery, is just halted.
I think anyone listening who works out knows that feeling, that deep, tight feeling that just ruins the next day. So if you can't relax, you can't recover.
And you can't grow. It's a chain reaction.
But are our bodies just less efficient at absorbing it as we age? Is that the core issue?
It's both, which is why that 300 to 400 milligram target is so important. The aging gut absorbs less, so you need more intake just to keep your baseline. But yes, that relaxation process for recovery is completely magnesium dependent. It's the key that unlocks relaxation, which unlocks recovery, which finally unlocks growth.
All right, let's get right into the solutions then. Our cornerstone ingredient is probably already in your kitchen, but it's all about preparing it correctly. Let's talk about cooked spinach.
A classic, and one we really tend to underestimate in terms of raw power.
The numbers are pretty impressive. Cooked spinach has 157 milligrams of magnesium per cup.
That's nearly 40% of the daily need for a senior right there.
But the real magic, especially for aging digestive systems, is the absorption. The plant-based magnesium in spinach is absorbed 1.5 times more efficiently than what you get in a standard supplement.
And that higher efficiency is everything. But what's often missed is the sort of triple threat of nutrients it brings with it. Folate and potassium.
What do they do?
Well, they're powerful. They work to reduce muscle inflammation, which naturally speeds up recovery. And the folate specifically improves protein synthesis.
That That's huge. So it means the protein you are eating gets used way more effectively. You're basically turning on the switch that lets the protein do its job.
You are, and we have solid science on this. There was a Harvard study. It involved almost 3,000 seniors over 4 years. It showed that the ones consistently eating magnesium-rich leafy greens maintained significantly more muscle mass and strength.
4 years. That's not a small study. This is proof that a simple food can have a huge long-term impact on muscle health.
It is, and here's the crucial takeaway for the listener. Preparation is key.
Yeah,
You cannot overcook it.
right.
Just steam the fresh leaves for 2 or 3 minutes. A little sea salt, maybe some lemon juice. That's the best way to preserve everything and make it available to your body.
And that's so easy to work in, right? Spinach and feta omelets, a garlic parmesan sauce with spinach for lunch, garlicky shrimp and spinach over rice.
Exactly.
So if spinach is our cornerstone for relaxation and inflammation, what's the strategic partner for actual cellular strength? For fuel.
That brings us to our number 2, pumpkin seeds. These are just fantastic. They deliver a massive dose, 150 to 170 milligrams of magnesium per ounce.
Per ounce. That's almost 50% of a senior's daily need in a small handful.
It's an incredible amount. And what's really important about pumpkin seeds is the composition of that magnesium. It's mostly chelated.
Chelated. What does that mean for us?
It means it's chemically bound with amino acids. So think of it like the magnesium has a bodyguard,
Okay, an amino acid bodyguard. I like that.
and that bodyguard protects the magnesium from being interfered with during digestion, and it makes sure it gets delivered directly to the muscle cell where it's needed.
So it's not just the amount, it's the packaging that ensures it actually arrives at the right destination.
That's exactly it. And this chelation directly supports muscle protein synthesis. It also strengthens the cellular energy systems inside the muscle fibers themselves.
So it's helping the muscle build and fuel itself at the same time?
Yes. Plus, you get these bonus cofactors, zinc and phosphorus. These are the same minerals you find in those really expensive muscle-building supplements. They help optimize testosterone and speed up muscle repair.
Is there evidence for this?
There is. A 3-month study with 72 seniors found that daily pumpkin seed consumption increased their grip strength by 23% and improved their overall muscle function scores by 31%.
31% is not a small number. That is a significant improvement.
It's a game changer.
And the synergy secret here is the combination, the tag team of spinach and pumpkin seeds, right?
Yes, when you combine them, you get the folate-enhanced magnesium from the spinach and the amino acid-bound minerals from the seeds. It creates a complete absorption pathway.
So the spinach relaxes the muscle for recovery.
And the pumpkin seeds provide that protected, long-lasting cellular energy.
Practical use is easy. Just roast them at 300 degrees for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Sprinkle them on yogurt, toss them in a salad, or just eat a handful before dinner.
Now for the third piece, this is what completes the picture. It creates what our sources call a triple-action muscle support system.
We're talking about chia seeds, the tiny but mighty seed.
Indeed. Chia seeds give you about 95 milligrams of magnesium per ounce, so that gets you close to that final quarter of your daily need. But the difference here is that the magnesium is bound with omega-3 fatty acids.
And what's special about that combination?
Those omega-3s enhance muscle membrane function. They actually strengthen the electrical signals that control your muscle contractions.
So that sounds like better communication between your brain and your muscles.
That is exactly what it is. For you, the listener, that means better muscle coordination and a really significant reduction in cramping during activity.
And like the others, I'm guessing it brings friends to the party.
Of course, high levels of calcium and protein that help with the whole contraction relaxation cycle and speed up tissue repair. One 12-week study found daily chia seed consumption increased walking endurance by 19% and muscle power output by 26%.
Okay, so walk us through the complete picture. The triple combo of spinach, pumpkin, and chia. How does it work together?
It's truly strategic. You get folate, amino acids, and omega-3 activated absorption.
All three pathways.
All three. The spinach provides the immediate muscle relaxation, the pumpkin seeds deliver that sustained, protected energy, and then the chia omega-3s enhance the cellular uptake for everything. It's like creating a superhighway for all the nutrients to get exactly where they need to go.
That is the definition of efficiency. But there's a really critical preparation tip for chia seeds that we cannot skip over.
Yes, this is absolutely crucial for absorption and, frankly, for your comfort. You must soak them.
For how long?
About 15 to 20 minutes in water until they form that gel-like consistency. If you skip this step, those tiny seeds can cause some real digestive trouble, discomfort, constipation.
Not what we want.
Not at all. Once they're gelled, just stir them into overnight oats or blend them into a protein smoothie. Perfect for evening recovery.
All right, this is where we pivot. We've covered the what to do. Now for the critical what not to do. Because it really doesn't matter how perfectly you combine those three ingredients if you pair them with one of these two saboteurs.
And these don't just block absorption, they actively work against you. Saboteur number 1, sodas. Regular or diet, it doesn't matter.
It's a problem.
Phosphoric acid, this stuff is a literal chemical thief.
Whoa, stealing. Wait, is this just if I drink it with my meal? Or if I have one a few hours later, does that still count?
That's a great question, and the source material is clear. The phosphoric acid doesn't just block it, it actively increases how much magnesium your body excretes.
So it's pulling it out of my system.
Yes. A 2020 study found people who drank sodas with their magnesium-rich meals only absorbed 45% of the mineral. The acid chemically pulls the magnesium you already have in your body out of your system.
That is shocking. It's an anti-nutrient. It's actively undoing all the good work.
It is. The sources mentioned a woman, Linda, 65 years old. She was eating all the right foods, but she had a diet soda with every meal, thinking it was harmless.
And
Within 2 weeks of just replacing that soda with water and lemon, she gained 1.8 pounds of functional muscle. She said she could suddenly open jars she hadn't been able to touch in years.
wow. Just from eliminating the thief. So the actionable advice is simple. No soda within 3 hours of these foods. Swap for ginger tea or water.
Exactly. Now, saboteur number 2. This is something many seniors think of as a healthy breakfast. High-sodium cereals.
How can my morning cereal derail this whole strategy?
It's what's called the kidney flush effect,
Yeah.
and it's ruthless. Just one serving of a popular high-sodium cereal can increase your magnesium loss by up to 35%. The high sodium interferes with your kidney's ability to hold on to the magnesium. You're basically forcing your kidneys to flush that mineral you work so hard to consume right down the drain.
So you think you're fueling up for the day, but you're actually starting it by just hemorrhaging essential minerals.
That's the perfect way to put it. A major study tracked 180 seniors and found the ones who ate high-sodium cereals within 2 hours of their magnesium foods consistently had much lower magnesium levels all day.
That's a profound insight. You're creating an internal chemical conflict first thing in the morning.
It leads to chronic depletion. Look at the story of Sarah, 68 years old. She had spinach and chia every morning, but then she'd have her favorite high-sodium brand-name cereal.
And her strength stalled.
It plateaued for months. Then she switched to low-sodium oatmeal. Within 4 weeks, her leg strength increased by 18%. She said she could suddenly walk up 2 flights of stairs without stopping, all because she started the daily magnesium hemorrhage.
The solution is clear then. Choose cereals with less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. Stop making your minerals compete for survival in your own body.
It's about being strategic, not just diligent.
So what does this all mean? Our deep dive today shows that fighting age-related muscle loss isn't just about how much protein you eat. It's about strategic, protected absorption of key minerals.
It is.
You now have the triple combination cooked spinach, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds. And you have the critical warnings about sodas and high-sodium cereals.
And this specific knowledge lets you bypass all the confusion. It lets you maximize the recovery and growth from the exercise and protein you are already putting in the effort for. It's the ultimate shortcut to making your effort count.
And before we go, we want to leave you with one final thought. It's based on where the research is headed. If just optimizing your diet can do all this, imagine what else is out there.
The search for these insights never ends, and sometimes the biggest gains come from the most surprising places. It makes you wonder what other simple biological hacks we're missing.
Like what?
Well, there was research that hinted at a non-conventional method that managed to boost arm strength and muscle activity by 31% in a controlled setting,
Okay.
and that participants didn't lift a single weight. It just shows you we are only scratching the surface of what's possible with muscle science.